masithanda sesizofunda ivesi beseyifundiwe Nkosi sesizwini sicela ube nathi usikelele xa sifunda ilizwi lakho sizive Nkosi sihleli phambi kwakho thethe nathi usikelele Nkosi yethu amen niyazi le vesi ifundwe uMbalenhle. Now let me just read it again so that ningacingi uba usifundele. And he said, let me go for the day breaks, Jacob. And then, but he said, so that, no, let the one who would let me go, if he lost Leonard. And then he says to Jacob, I will not let you go unless you bless me. Alright? And then, so he says to me, what's your name? He said, my name is Jacob. And that came to Jacob and Bilisela. Okay, so okay, fine. And he said, your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. You know why? For you have struggled with God and with men, and you have prevailed. And we want to talk about that. What that struggle is, or was. Then Jacob asked, saying, tell me your name. So the name stands for your character as well. So he says, why is that you ask about my name? I'm not going to tell you my name. And then that part says, and he blessed him there. When I will tell you, unless I bless you. So he blessed him there. Amen. Now we are becoming a culture of people who appreciate you in Sigele. El Gabaliti in Sigele is losing its meaning. Even if you were to listen to your prayers and analyze the content of your prayers, ask yourself how many times you sit in course in the Now if you do say that, then tell me what you mean by that. It's easy to be specific in your prayers and pray for certain items. Because I'll tell you about exam, the specific. Because I'm especially now he has my dad and come service. So you understand the challenges and you know your limitations. But if I was, we look, then we pray to God to help you. So we actually make God the God of the gaps. What you cannot do, God must do. So you bring him in. You are going beyond the material.
Yes, sir.
That's what is my argument. I'm going to raise that argument. You're going beyond the material. By the way, when you say God bless me, that makes sense when you have everything.
Break it down.
But when you have everything and you ask God God's blessing, then we can understand what you mean. What's when about now that's deep. And I'm going to argue that whenever you want to get to understand the true meaning of blessings, listen to your person as everything, then you'll know what blessings are. When you pray for things, you make him God a blesser. And the problem with a blesser is not the relationship with the blessee. Yes, sir. Are you following me? Yes. And so when you pray to God for specific things, you make him God a blesser. Our relationship now, that is why the pastor is always going to document. We have a project we run with my family once in a while on Wednesdays. We put whatever we have and then we go and share whatever we have. We usually fast on those days so that when you fast you remember how it feels to be hungry. You know sometimes you cannot thank God for what people are crazy. They are afraid of hunger. And so you will not be able to thank God when you call in the system. So we call in the system. Number one, you have refugee of food we call the system. And then the results are showing. And they are really being blessed. And so we fast once in a while, and in that period, we try and say, okay, fine, let's look for people who are naturally fasting because of an. But there's something that always touches us, and this is selfish because now we discover what is selfish in the sense that I say the look about years and a tea. You come and say, when you say success bars, because you get new ones. Like I'm supposed to come in the morning or till come in the morning, or come in the morning. So maybe I'm trying. You know what they would say? And my wife was telling me that last week, I was not around, which it was even amazing. They will say to you after one day, whatever you give them, that kills me. He's asking God to bless you. I can't cause my cigarette now. But then my question is, I'm driving a car. I'm giving you something. When you say God must bless me, you get God. Wish I could ask, didn't tell you, don't come at the swear. And I think those prayers coming from those lips make sense. And we go back and say, you know what? I think God is going to bless us. Because whenever they say that, you become aware of what you lack. Blessings make sense because blessings open your eyes and you see what you are lacking. And sometimes what you have may make you think that you don't lack anything. And so basically for to give you a working definition, and we'll see how it works. When you're asking for blessings, you're asking for God's will to be aligned to your life. Which will be aligned. Who will talk about for you the alignment?
Yes, sir.
Because now, I'm at because I go aligned. Especially thinking of that, you may not see it. Do you know? Also feeling me with them. We have a because I go aligned. So when you're asking for blessings, let me be aligned. Then I tell the Germany, let me be aligned. Listen, we grew up in a culture that appreciated blessings. Do you remember those days? We are Banamash. To them, they are flagged by children. Do you know there was a time we took away Yigamash? Oh, Yigamash, we are Banamash. When the lady did not tell her, we are Banamash. This is what you do to a person who's poor. We are Banamash. And when we said to the Mashwa, I think that was a fellow who said, but when God was
come on.
People talk about generational cases. And then they ask him, I'm so always happy that. How much was I asked God? Because this is not ever keeps us not a human. When I come everywhere, I'm going to join squad. Joining, I met up with and the whole idea, standard bank, we are seven as a teller, but you join, we will fill the book. Those are much loon. What is? Those are much. You said, yes, So when you ask for blessings, you're asking for God's face to shine upon you.
Hallelujah. But once you get the experience with flattening people, no Oscars will just do that not get the abba. About 12 hours, no lala, for me means because Pila Navas are about flattening. You have a way to a point where we don't know him. Because this way, man, as a man, it's a call Ziba. Negas was like to Essa, friends and together. The moment that I was money and together. And Kalias and together by don't be you. This time when we meet him in Genesis 22, I will not let you go until you bless me. See, I'm trying to, and let me run ahead of myself. I'm going to leave that when we make ourselves to that point. I will not let you go. And so even say touch you up on the hip, what pain and divine, I linger and let divine spiritual. Nobody has to get it. Oh, by the way, I'm going to tell you just a spell. Just a deliver. What a far and as a reminder that God has blessed you. Hey, hallelujah.
Because now I'm cigarette, we are parley. So our party the night together is a reminder to cigarette. You should we are parley. I was born. So to go to once to parley again. So the was of cigarette. Alright. So I will not let you go. Even if you cripple me, I will not let you go. He needed blessings. The guy had everything, beloved, but he needed something that he did not have, and that could only come around by being blessed. And so here's my question, if you want a sermon title. What are you afraid of? Because if blessings address your fear. Sure. Now we're going to talk about that. What are you afraid of? Okay, maybe, if you want us to be contextual, what was Jacob afraid of? I'm going to raise it right now. And so in Segelelo, in Tetuazo, of course, I told you, okay, let me give you an example. Why I can't loom. That makes sense. And whatever, so, I mean, that's the rational majority. But you know what I'm going to cat? Still story second. One of them know I cat. But they are good cat. Who tells you you cat? All of you go, no, I wasn't cars. Do not fall. We cat. For you want to uncontrollable. And our blessing deals with that. You are one so you blessings address that. So you're telling me what I'm going to was on Pala. Because I used to pay that in the morning. Because you are too bad to go back home, you know what I'm going to do. I'm just making an example of one. It can be many things. It can be wedding, it can be marriage. Now I'm chatting. Some chat does have a vision of where you got work. Look, you don't counseling and it's kind of, hey, call him to you guy up chat. Share it with you. No mama one share. No boss guys I'm not calling share. No start mama share. Now I'm share. But I want to know mama, I want mama boss guys also start. Now I'm share. And I so you I've been on because you know you're going to anger, the interest is empty, but it's also supposed to go as back a page. You want to buy and see, do I eat down? When you eat all that, I was saying. That's what I'm saying. Just to illustrate the anger and the fear. I'm going to press the start. You can't win over. That's a good follow. No single. Who I don't know about the better no follow, same place. I bet it's okay. I bet you call same place. Who follow where you can. Now I talk same place. Single. Don't you know what we eat? Often about safe in most cases. So that, yes, but if you like my feet, then yes, but I don't party most. But, sometimes I cross the street, would you pass our the next time we are met? So, Kalumeno, you pass our chance, I want to, never safe met. Don't see the door. Hello, you can. Waffle, I got fun. That's the same thing. Same thing. So it makes sense to address the whole idea. Why am I afraid? What am I afraid of? Oh, of course, you see me standing here, you think I've answered that question. But at least I know I should ask that question. I want to challenge you to ask that whenever I would. So that's your words to learn. You're supposed to learn. I promise you. But to tie sing on fire of better than one lala over a book. I mean, it's like in your mind, this thought crosses your mind. Crosses your mind. If you felt that, you just feel that fear would, hey, there's something to know from. Alright, I was with Carl. So blessings deal with that. You know, we are thinking thought, school now. Hallelujah. Tell the Malika Petros, why is a Bola was the following day? Oscar was said that the previous night was loud. When the thought came, the man's a Bola was also called Zela. They call it another home, so was a Bola. And the other was a lie. Sure. About the business. After 7 jobs, we do something. Go my boss to ask us to laugh. Come I'm feeling come and the man in now. Like I need. What is I think I don't cover? Who don't see that I come to that. Do it. Come on, please. I'm no fun. What's the one who chat that? Oh no fun. Psalms 84:11, let me just throw that text. God will never withhold any good thing to a person who walks uprightly. Never. Okay? So check that. We'll come back and we'll put it together. I've written that you know you need blessings when you have everything but continue to experience a lack. Then you need blessings. Okay, so you want God to bless you. And this is where it's coming from. Verse 5. It's very clear. Fully additional material blessings. Because verse 5, 32. 32 verse 5. I have oxen. I have donkeys. I have flocks. Male and female servants. I want them to go unless you bless me. With what? You've got everything. I have those things. Verse 14. From what he had, he took 200 female goats and 20 male goats, 200. L-E-W-E-S. Yeah. And 20 rams, 30 milk camels with their colts, 40 cows and 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys and 10 unika brother wakhe uIsha. Asisipho nje yakupha. I will not let you go unless you bless me. He's blessing others. But he wants to be blessed. And verse 11, Uti. Now this is the prayer before this incident. Deliver me, I pray, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him. So deliver me from Esau. So we've got to leave that. So does it mean therefore, I say to Yaakov, bless me, I won't let you go unless you bless me. Did that mean to tell him Esau? If you think that, then you don't understand the blessings. But I won't blame you if you link it to fear, because he says so. He says, I fear him. And later on, he has got this encounter with this angelic being or divine being. Unless you bless me. So we have to link and say, okay, poor guy. He was afraid, but I cannot accept that. What we need to address is, why was he afraid of Esau? No, I'm going to tell you, there's something bigger than that. Esau is just indulged, but there's something bigger than that. That's my argument. Now listen, verse 1, chapter 32, and no, it should be 33. No, it's still 32. And the story they eat. So Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God, I'm addressing the issue, the fear of Esau, and the angels of God met him. Not one angel, angels of God met him. And when Jacob saw them, he said, this is God's camp. And this is before Atim Yamoyiku issues. This is God's camp. What he called that place Mahanaim, meaning a group of angels. And Ellen White actually makes a statement 18. Again, the Lord granted Jacob a token of divine grace, or a token of divine care. As he traveled southward from Mount Gilead, 2 hosts of heavenly angels seemed to encompass him behind and before, advancing with his company as if for protection. If Jacob is being protected, why would he be afraid? That is why the insignia they want to act of how now you want to be fulfilled. Was calling he loves his kusel, but you're and we know that is true, because if you know the angels were there, Jacob sends messengers before him to answer his brother in the land of Seth. He says, go and do this. He's still working out his strategy. But he lost his call as him hunting. Actually, he says in verse 12, you said in that prayer, you said, surely, you said in verse 12, for you have said, he's claiming God's promises, and he says, we have said, I will surely treat you well, and make your descendants as the sand of the sea, which will be numbered. You said that, God. You said you treat me well, but I'm afraid of Esau. But why would you be afraid of Esau when God has said he will treat you well? Are you following me here? Well, what's happening here? What is this guy afraid of? And I'm going to get to that point just now.